Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today we are going to feature this Star Wars Luke Skywalker, and this is Skywalker Strikes. Okay, so this I purchased back, I believe, in 2019. Um, Initially, I think it was a convention exclusive, but I purchased this at my local GameStop at the time. And it's a Star Wars Black Series Luke Skywalker. He's featured in his uniform that he wears at the end of A New Hope. This is the costume he kind of carries around with him in the early days or the early issues of the Marvel Comics Star Wars relaunch some years back. And it's a cool package. It feels different. I mean, it feels like this is meant to be an exclusive. It's not your average Star Wars Black Series box. As you can see here, it's windowless. It's almost like it's almost kind of like a book. There's like a binding here, a spine, and then it opens up over here. Looking at the packaging, it's nice. I believe the artwork here is comic book artist John Cassidy. This might have been from the first issue of the Marvel Star Wars comic book. I believe that was years ago. That might have been like 2012 maybe, or I think something along those lines. Marvel's had the Star Wars comic books back for a long time now. I think it had to do with the Disney acquisition after Disney acquired Lucasfilm and Star Wars. Dark Horse, I think, kind of lost the rights to the Star Wars books, and then the House of Ideas and Marvel, they brought Star Wars back into the fold. So they still produce Star Wars comics, and they followed adventures of Luke and the rest of the cast, and they're okay. I mean, I'm not a big fan of them, of the Star Wars Marvel books, because they're always hit or miss with me. I think when Dark Horse had the license for the comics, their storytelling I think was a lot better. But the Marvel stuff isn't that bad. And, we're getting some cool action figures out of it, like this exclusive right here. So yeah, the package art on the front. This is John Cassidy's artwork from the first issue, I believe. On the side, it says Luke Skywalker, Skywalker Strikes. There's no individual numbering like we see with the most of the Black Series figures. I believe that's just because this is an exclusive. On the back, we have some panels from the comic book. Again, this is the artwork of John Cassidy. We have Luke here in his outfit. R2, Luke training. He's wearing the X-Wing helmet with the visor down, when he's doing that blind training. And there's the training droid. Here's him against, looks like Boba Fett. And Luke Skywalker, Skywalker Strikes. Luke Skywalker and the ragtag rebels opposing the Galactic Empire are fresh off their biggest victory so far, the destruction of the massive Death Star. But the Empire is not toppled yet. When a rebel assault goes wrong, Han and Leia must think fast to make their escape, while Luke comes face to face with Darth Vader in the explosive aftermath. A humbled Luke returns to Tatooine to learn more about his mentor, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Alright, so like I stated at the beginning of the video, this was, I think, a convention exclusive. But every now and then, GameStop, they get a hold of those and they'll sell them at their stores. So I bought this at GameStop back in 2019. And the price here was $40. And I think that was the retail price if you bought it at the convention also. And at the time, Star Wars Black Series figures, they went for like $19.99. So you're just paying double for this, and you are getting the same figure as the standard release. But part of buying exclusive is sometimes the exclusive experience, which kind of entails the packaging and the extra accessories. And this one was actually really cool. So you open this up, and it's held with these Velcro clasps. And on the inside, I believe this background is kind of supposed to emulate those like Death Star walls, kind of. And then you get the standard Luke Skywalker Black Series figure. So I'm not going to remove this from the package. I'm just going to keep this as is. If you want a full review of the figure, I'm sure you can find other content creators on YouTube who've done like a full review. But I believe this is the same exact figure as the single release, which I also have on hand, which is right here. So as you can see, I believe they're identical figures. The only thing different is that with this one, of course, you're getting the exclusive packaging, but you're getting a ton of accessories here. With the original release, you just got the blaster, you got his medal, and I don't think this even comes with a lightsaber, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, if you're on the hunt for this figure, this came out some years ago. This is Luke Skywalker, the Yavin Ceremony. This was the standard Black Series release. And this was figure 100. So, whereas this one doesn't have a number. Most of the time, convention exclusives or store exclusives, they're absent of the designation. Because even though it is a part of the Black Series line, I don't think they necessarily count it as the actual part of the dedicated collection. And on here, the description is Luke Skywalker, Yavin Ceremony. On Yavin 4, the rebels hold a ceremony to award the heroes who bravely fought to destroy the Death Star. Luke Skywalker receives his medal for bravery from Princess Leia. So yeah, this is the solo release. Great figure. And like I said, this is the same figure, same outfit. So if you remember the Marvel comic books, they continue the adventures of Luke Skywalker and his friends after Star Wars, after A New Hope. So for a good, portion of the beginning of the comic book series, Luke's wearing actually this outfit. So it's very apropos to actually feature this exclusive figure with this uniform on. And in terms of the accessories, you're getting Luke with his saber. And just like most lightsabers, you can move the blade from the hilt. You're getting the exact same blaster here as you got with this figure over there. Here it comes with a training drone and a stand. Here's the stand. It's not a completely clear plastic. It's a little bit kind of like, I don't know, it's a little bit foggy. But I believe that's because, for really clear plastics, the durability of the plastic for like the completely transparent plastic, it's a lot more brittle. Whereas this, it's a little bit more flexible and soft. This is kind of like a rubbery plastic, so you don't have to worry about it breaking. The stand here, it's on a ball joint, so you can actually move the droid in different positions, but if you move it too far, it's going to tip over. The helmet here, I can remove this at least, I think. The helmet, now get out. So this is the standard X-Wing pilot helmet. The only thing different is it has the blast shield in the front. So from when Luke's, Jedi training, it blinds him. So these two accessories here, I believe they might be exclusive to this set. These are like Jedi journals that Luke finds in like Obi-Wan's old hut on Tatooine. Because that was like the whole purpose of this Skywalker Strike storyline. If I remember correctly in the Marvel comic books, Luke wants to learn more about Obi-Wan. Because, Obi-Wan's passed on after New Hope. So he goes back home to Tatooine and goes to Obi-Wan's old house. And he finds these journals and Jedi writings. And I think it implies that these are the books that, Rey eventually has in the new Star Wars sequels. Like I think in it was a second movie. What was it? I can't remember the name of the title. It's the one that so there's Force Awakens and then there's The Rise of Skywalker. It's the one in between. The title escapes me right now. And it's the one where she steals the Jedi texts from the tree and they burn the tree down or whatever. So I believe these are some of the Jedi texts that Rey has in her possession. So yeah, this is a decent figure. It's really cool. It's a nice exclusive. It's $40 at the time. It kind of did seem like a lot, but I think that was the going price for the exclusive to begin with. And part of the buying these exclusives is that you're kind of getting that exclusive experience with this unique package and these additional accessories. But at the time, it was up to you. Do you feel that this extra the extra $20 is worth this box and all this other stuff? For me, kind of was, just because I was this is like actually one of my favorite uniforms for Luke, and I just really dug the fact that they were kind of like recognizing the comic book story, and they went out of their way to like actually give us an exclusive based off the comic books. But at the same time, this even though this is really cool to have, I do think that if you only had to choose between one of these, I think this is the figure to get. Not necessarily because it's cheaper, but it has the metal. And if you're a fan of more so the Star Wars movies and you don't read the comic books, you're going to feel very shortchanged to have this figure and not have the metal. Especially if you want to set up a diorama or whatever where where you recreate the whole Yavin ceremony and you want to have the metal. So I think in terms of if you're a purist in terms of the films, this is the figure to get. If you love the comic books, this is a fun addition to your collection. But I'd only suggest getting this if you have this one already. I'm not too sure of the current secondary market price on this figure right now. It might be a lot. Don't really know. But if you can find it for a decent price, I think it is well worth the purchase. Just make sure that you have all the accessories here, especially since this is an open air package. So there is no window here. This figure, it can handle everything right out of the box and put it back in. So the collector is in mind when they designed this box. And it's nice too, you could store it, put it on your shelf. It's a great figure. Yeah, so let's wrap this video up. Once again, my name is Lou. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for your likes, comments, and support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one.